This man really said, withdraw your forces while you still can, and I'll spare your life.
Hey, yo, what the f?
What up, y'all? Back again with another video. We got that Boruto chapter 82 review. Before we get started, a lot of time and effort goes into making these videos, man. I'll appreciate it if you hit that like button, if you hit that subscribe button. Let's try and get 30 likes, 30 subscribers, man. And if you love talking about Boruto, let's get on with it. Boruto Uzumaki's character development is actually insane, and it makes sense. Hear me out. When Boruto was a kid, I really did not like his character. I genuinely thought he was just a bratty kid who got everything he wanted. But as a teenager, man, this dude grew up. This dude really grew up. As a character, I didn't like Boruto so much that I didn't even like watching his anime. I would only watch his anime when Naruto and Sasuke were the focus. Okay, I think I speak for just about everybody here. Hands up. Tell me that you watched the Boruto anime because of Boruto. I'm pretty sure you definitely did not. The only time you watched the Boruto anime was 1, when Naruto and Sasuke were the main focus. 2, when Kawaki came into the picture. 3, Kashi and Koji. 4, when it was leading to the time skip. If you were one of these individuals, then you were G. You a real G right now. I'll legitimately give you the perfect metaphor for Boruto's development right now. Imagine Boruto going to college as Zac Efron, and I'm talking High School Musical Zac Efron, High School Musical 1. Now, senior year, this man is now graduating as Idris Elba. Right. Tell me I'm not playing. Tell me I'm not playing. I am not playing. So pacing. The pace of the chapter was on the slower end of the spectrum. Like, a lot happened, but not really in regards to story progression, if that makes sense. Kishimoto's pretty much showing us that the path that the younger generation have chosen is different to their predecessors. For example, when you look at Naruto and Boruto, Naruto's aim was to become the Hokage. Boruto doesn't have that same objective. He idolizes Sasuke a lot more than he does Naruto. But then when you look at Sarada and Sasuke, their father and daughter, Sarada idolizes Naruto a lot more than she does Sasuke. And there's constant examples throughout the story that shows that their paths are definitely different to their predecessors. So for example, do you guys remember Shin Uchiha? Yeah, that dollar store Uchiha. During this arc, Sarada constantly showed us how much admiration she had for Naruto and how much she wanted to actually be like him. She's done this a number of times over the story, especially before the time skip. Now that the time skips actually happened, it's a lot more evident now. So for example, in this chapter, Sarada was actually told about how strong she was when she took out those 10 tails putties. She was asked whether she was actually a Jonin or a Chunin, to which she responded neither, and that it didn't matter. This is exactly the same route that Naruto took, because Naruto went straight to Hokage. He was gaining the entire show. Another example is when you think about last chapter, Sarada and Shikamaru actually had that exchange of words, to which she stated that Lord Seventh is the one that she admires, not him. Boruto's admiration for Sasuke has always been high, almost to the extent of Kawaki admiring Naruto. I mean, they're teacher and student. But the admiration goes further than that, to the point where now that the time skip has happened, he has his entire fit, from the cape to the sword to the headband. He's even learned swordsmanship from Sasuke. I would say the biggest similarity between Boruto and Sasuke is Boruto's demeanor. When you actually look at Boruto's demeanor in regards to how he's talking to Code, and even how he talks to Sarada, it's very Sasuke-like. So for example, Boruto literally said to Code, withdraw and I'll spare your life. I'm not really surprised he's even talking like this, to be frank. I'm actually surprised he didn't turn out a lot worse when you think about it. Boruto at the start of the show literally had everything when you think about it. He had 2 parents, a home, a sister, a loving family. He had money. He had everything. People loved him because he was a Hokage's son, and he was considered a genius. He was even on TV at one point in time. He went from that to having nothing and becoming an outlaw. Lost his parents, lost his family. No one even remembers him like that in any capacity at all. Sarada even looks intimidated by him at this point in time. And the worst part about it is that when he exchanged words with Sarada, he didn't even look at Sarada one time. As Boruto's looking away, Sarada's asking, yo, my man, like, you good? You straight? And he just responds with, we'll talk later, but first, stay alive. Tell me those aren't the words of a man who's on the run. I ain't gonna lie, Boruto's a straight thug, and I'm loving it. I'm actually loving it. Man, this is one of the coldest reveals. So it turns out that Code has a missing eye, right? Yes. Boruto was the one who took his eye, and the way he says it is so cold. Boruto says, you better do what I said, or this time you won't just get away with just your left eye. Oh man, I ain't gonna lie, Boruto is on straight business. This man really trying to handle business and end the entire time skip in this chapter. Cold. Absolutely cold. Kawaki's still showing why he's not really that smart and why he will eventually be figured out for being an absolute fraud. Because despite the fact that he took Boruto's life, he doesn't have Boruto's demeanor. So when Himawari calls him Big Bro and he states not to call him that, you can pretty much tell that at this point in time, there's a lot of inconsistencies that everybody's eventually going to start questioning. In addition, I still don't really like his fit. I still think his fit from the original time skip visual was a lot colder than the one that he has now. He even had to use his karma seal already. And I mean, it's only the 2nd chapter. Like, really? Really? But I mean, yeah, that's really all I gotta say on him. The rest of the village is still under attack by the Ten Tails putties. There isn't really much progression when you think about it. Sarada still casually shows that she's an Uchiha. She's pretty much mastered the Chidori and the Grand Fireball technique in her Itachi fit. The fit is nice. The fit is very nice, but at the same time, I'm still not really too impressed because she does get caught lacking. And I'm sitting here thinking, come on, like, it's literally the 2nd chapter. How are y'all getting caught lacking already? Come on. Boruto is literally looking like him right now. Legit. So we're at the last part of the chapter, and we learned that the putties actually eat Otsutsukis. At this point, they pretty much eat anybody on instinct until they find an Otsutsuki, which is interesting because Boruto actually calls out Code and states that that's true, but not anymore because of the transformation that you added, which is interesting because we're not told about what the transformation actually is. Boruto and Code are still conversing, which is kind of interesting because Boruto's actually trying to make a deal with Code. I think this might be a little bit of a hint towards what Sasuke might be doing. Spoiler alert, Sasuke isn't actually mentioned in this chapter, so we still don't know where he's at. Boruto stays disrespecting Code, literally talking to him like that's his son. He literally sits there and says, I'll say this one time, Code. I'll let you live. In exchange, you'll lead me to where you hid the real Ten Tails body. Code, you are not giving main villain energy right now, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I definitely think Code is not the main villain. I have a feeling he's definitely gonna get benched in one of these chapters, sooner rather than later. I feel like Code's trying to throw a couple jabs back, but I mean, to be frank, and I'm talking jabs verbally, but to be frank, Boruto's just disrespecting this dude. Literally, Boruto came in stepping on Code's face. The worst part about it, right, is that despite all the disrespect, sometimes you might sit there and think, hey, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? I genuinely think that Boruto can actually run fades on Code. as easily as he is stating it. That's the funniest part of this. Boruto's done talking and decides to pull out a brand new move, Rasengan Uzuhiko. You can really tell that he's definitely Sasuke's son, because this is the Rasengan version of Chidori's stream. And you know what's crazy? This move was actually foreshadowed in one of the Naruto Shippuden endings. Research Naruto Shippuden ending 21. Thank me later. I'm really curious about the kind of person that Boruto has actually become, because from his demeanor and the way that he's talking, you can tell he's really been through it. Unpopular opinion, I definitely like Teen Boruto more than I like Teen Naruto. I don't dislike Teen Naruto, but I like Teen Boruto a lot more than I like Teen Naruto. I feel that Boruto is Sasuke if Sasuke actually had a better mentor to help him process the emotional damage he felt due to the Uchiha massacre. Like, he'd still be cold, direct, and very blunt, but he'd have his humanity. Like, he'd still care for the common man. I feel like Sasuke throughout Shippuden kind of lost his humanity and then got it back towards the end. That's all from me, but man, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace.